Real Madrid win 3-0 against Mallorca. What Barcelona can do, we can do even better. Barcelona won 2-0. Real Madrid win 3-0. Real Madrid has played 3 official games in 2025. In 3 different tournaments in 2025. And they won 3 games in a row. La Liga, give me that. Copa del Rey, give me that. And now the Spanish Super Cup, give me that. We are now in a final against Barcelona on Sunday. A lot to talk about. I'm not going to be talking about Barcelona specifically as of right now because I'll be doing that tomorrow where I've got a preview video tomorrow. But today we'll talk about Mallorca. The lineup, what happened, who performed well, who didn't, and let's talk about everything. Don't forget to, before we start, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and of course comment your own thoughts. I'm not going to be doing the match reviews, match ratings. I'm going to do that to, of course, the Barcelona game, which is the most important game of them all. But listen, let's talk about the lineup. The lineup is, of course, Thibaut, Mendy, Rudiger, Chimeni, Vasquez, Fede, Cama, Vini, Jude, Rodrigo, and of course, Kiki, Mbappe, of course, coming and playing up front. And the game itself, I felt like the first 45 minutes, it was a good half from Real Madrid in terms of the stats. I think, look at this, in terms of, we pretty much dominate the first half. We had moments of great passages, great moments, good link up between Mbappe and Vini. And of course, the best moment of the first half was when when Mbappe went on the left-hand side and Mbappe was allowed to be himself. Vini, in the first 45 minutes, in the first 60 minutes, I felt like he was very, very emotional, very, very invested in this matchup with Maffeo after what Maffeo said to him pretty much a couple of days ago, where Maffeo said, yo, if me and Vini was playing in a boxing game, UFC, I would knock Vini out within 10 seconds. I think Vini after that was rattled. I look at Vini, I said, my brother, why the hell are you rattled over a guy called Maffeo? Like, why the hell does Maffeo rattle you? Why does he have real estates in your head? Stop thinking of Maffeo, because, bro, the first 45 minutes, Maffeo got fouled 4 times. Vini was the victim of all 4 fouls. Vini fouled him 4 times. So Vini was so eager to win this matchup. And it felt like in the first 45 minutes, especially the first 55 minutes, it felt like Vini was more concentrating on winning his matchup with Maffeo and not win the game for Real Madrid, which didn't really impress me in a lot of ways. But other than that, Camavinga was good, Fede was good, Jude was good in the first half, and of course the 2 centre-back pairing of Chimeni and Rudiger. And the second half continued. Real Madrid then scores the first goal in the 16th minute with a goal from Jude Bellingham, from a goal which every single person had an impact. Rodrigo won the ball in the middle of the park, in the middle of the pitch. Jude, quick free kick to Mbappe. Mbappe with a drive, found Vini. I thought Vini took a heavy touch. He didn't. He managed to find the cross. Rodrigo with the header, hit the post. Mbappe tries his luck, got saved. But then Jude, as usual, as always, composed as ever, confident as always, slips it through between the goalkeeper, between the defense, and it became 1-0 Real Madrid. After that, Real Madrid slowed the game down. They had a couple chances where they could have scored, and they had 3 chances, which really took my attention. And 3 chances which I want to highlight, because it's 3 chances which I was very, very unhappy with. Not impressed at all by the selfish behavior of all those 3 players. The first one was when Rodrigo had the chance, he decided to shoot. Rodrigo shot, but the option was wide open for Mbappe. Decided not to take it. The second one was Mbappe. Decided to shoot, but cutting it back to Jude was the easy option. And the last one was Vini shooting, and Vasquez was right there, wide open in front of him. So all 3 moments, I felt like the players wanted to score rather than to pass and to create and find the easy man. Specifically Vinny, because certain times Vinny decides to shoot and I think he wanted to basically win the battle against Maffeo. But the last 30 minutes from Vinny was very impressive. I think after we scored the goal, I think he let his personal agenda just put it in the bag and actually concentrate. And the last 20 minutes was pretty impressive. When Brahim Diaz came on, he as always, what Brahim Diaz does, he impacts winning plays. The second goal, tries to pass between defense to Mbappe, own goal. But of course, the last goal was scored by no other than, do not forget the R. In terms of my best 5 players, I'm going to talk about each person accordingly. Thibaut Courtois wasn't really much relied on, wasn't really much impacted in the game. I think he had 1 or 2 saves, which he made. So nothing really much to talk about him. Lucas Vazquez, I was actually very impressed with him. Defensively, he was very solid. Going forward, he actually did his thing correctly. And I think now, nothing really bad to talk about him. You guys know how I feel about Lucas Vazquez, but for Lucas Vazquez, this game specifically, nothing negative towards him. I think he had a very good game. Tchouaméni, prayers goes to him, but I think initially, I think the fall was very bad. I think it looked worse than what it was, because the way he fell down, and it gave me straight away flashbacks to what happened yesterday with Bentancur, with Spurs. And now things are getting worried, especially when there's a head collision. I got scared because the way he fell down and he put his hands up in the air, I was like, shit, something bad's gonna happen. But then again, he got taken out, which was a precaution thing. He looked very unhappy when he was taken out, because I felt like he wanted to continue playing. And when he was taken out, he went to the dressing room, but came back to the bench minutes after, and the smile was on his face. So nothing really to talk about. Rudiger, I'm not sure why this says 6.9. It was very impressive, very, very good. Very, very solid, very reliable. He kept Lerine and Murigi quiet, so I'm not sure what they got from 6.9. I think he was the better centre-back compared to Tchouaméni. Even when Raul came on, Raul looked very, very decent, as he always does. I mean, bro, listen, Raul, he started 6 games. Out of the 6 games, 4 clean sheets. So I hope we see a bit more from Raul, because I feel like he's deserved his minutes in the starting 11. Ferland Mendy is the only person which I look at and say, my brother, especially in that first half, because Mallorca's best chance came from Mendy's mistake. And going forward, he didn't really impact, he didn't really add anything going forward. But second half, it was a quiet second half. Mallorca didn't really trouble Real Madrid massively. And every chance from Mallorca came on the left-hand side rather than right-hand side. So Mendy was very quiet in the second half. Fede Valverde, a miracle happened today, something that we will never ever see again. And that is Fede Valverde got taken out in the 75th minute, which is a surprise, which is a shock, which is a massive. I mean, listen, Fede celebrated Christmas 2 weeks ago, but this is another Christmas. This is a delayed Christmas gift, because the fact that he was taken out is something which shocked me. But when he was playing, as always, as usual, reliable Fede. Camavinga, it felt like I was watching pretty much Steph, bro. Like, who the hell gave him the license to shoot? I saw, like, how many shots did he have? 5 shots, my brother. I've never, ever seen you act like this before. You get no buckets. You ain't getting no buckets, my brother. Who the hell gave you the license to shoot? Whenever he got the ball outside the box, that brother decides to shoot. I saw him in the final third more than I've seen in this whole season. Like, but brother, you're not Steph. You're not Clay. You are Draymond Green. Not from this season. Draymond this season has been shooting the free quite well. I'm talking about Draymond from last season. You are 24% from 3 from the field, my brother. If you get wide open, you can shoot it. You ain't got no green light, bro. You ain't no Steph. You ain't no Fede. Fede's got the license to shoot from anywhere. Don't be that. But it's overall game defensively, as always. Camera is camera. As beautiful as always. Rodrigo, first half, I felt like we saw patches of him. Second half, beginning of the second half, again, patches of him. But the last 30 minutes, I think we saw a bit more of him. I don't really agree on him winning man of the match from FitMop. I think he was very good, but he wasn't man of the match. My man of the match goes to no other than his team. As I've always said it, Mr. Jude Bellingham. Repeat with me. Jude Bellingham. Bellingham. What a player defensively going forward. Everything he does on the pitch, he does it with intent. He does it with conviction. He does it with so much talent. Vinny Vinny, why? Why are you? I felt like, you know what Vinny was moving like today? I'm going to give you an example. Vinny reminded me like this girl. He just broke up. He broke up. All right? Vinny broke up with his missus. His missus found a guy straight away. She dates someone else. So Vinny is now trying to date anyone just to impress her. Be like, yo, I forgot all about you. My brother, she was in your head. You can't stop thinking of her. Maffeo had real estate in your head today. Who is Maffeo? Maffeo is not relevant to you. You are bigger. You are better. Everything about you is 5 times the size of Maffeo. You don't need to think of Maffeo. Let Maffeo talk. He did this. He did this. My brother, just let him be who he wants to be. He is not relevant to you. You are better than this. Valencia, you got emotional. This game, you got emotional. Please, bro. Please, just be zoned in. Be zoned in. Mbappe, Kiki. First half, he was good. Whenever he was on the left-hand side. Right, and the second half, I felt like he was a bit unhappy certain times. Because I saw his body language where we had about 2-3 chances where the players decided to shoot and not pass to Mbappe. And Mbappe showed his frustration. So he put his hands there, which I understand. Because I feel like as a player, you are going to get upset when you don't have the chances. But it is what it is. I mean, Mbappe, this game, nothing special, nothing bad. I think it was just a normal, average, decent performance. Which leads us on to, of course, now the final. Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Real Madrid versus Barcelona. Sunday, 7 p.m. in Saudi Arabia. In King Abdullah Sports City. In Jeddah. I think it's Jeddah. I think this is Jeddah, or am I bugging? I'm very sure it's Jeddah. Jeddah. If you guys don't know Jeddah is dominated by Real Madrid fans. So I'm very, very sure we are going to see more Madrid fans than Barcelona fans. So it should feel like a home game for us. The atmosphere will be insane. El Clasico. No matter where, no matter what circumstance it is, what tournament it is, El Clasico will always be a Clasico, and it will be the biggest game there will ever be. No game will ever come close to it. The last time we played, Barcelona won 4-0. The last time we played in the Super Cup, Real Madrid won with 4 goals. So can this be a repeat of the last El Clasico, or can it be a repeat of the last Super Cup final? I'm not going to talk too much of the game. I'm going to be talking about the game tomorrow in the preview between both teams. It will be very interesting. Very interesting. But don't forget to, of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel, because we're getting close to 50,000, which will be a very, very lovely accomplishment. And, of course, comment your own thoughts about the game, your biggest takeaways, and what your early prediction for Sunday is right now. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace!